Let's get back to the artwork, and your response in most of your exhibits is amazing. What is it that you have the ladies section? Tell us about that. Now that's still from your prison experiences.
Yeah, actually, when I was doing my prison experience, I was showing them to one of my friends that she knows art very well, and she suddenly, when I was drawing them, suddenly I started to draw some curly, free girls that she was wondering, who are these and what is that? And I started to explain to her, I don't know, but it's the feeling I have. It's a feeling I want to get, like, I want to be relaxed. I want to be free, because all the pressure came through the prison pictures. Sure. And all the memory and sadness or sorrow or painful problem in some cases. And later these women little by little grow and became a project for me to bring all the human aspect of feeling that we had or we have as a human in general in those figures. And they were quite emotional, very simple, but very quick, but at the same time very controlled by some details. So I call them ladies because they came all as women.
They're beautiful.
Thank you.
The miniatures, you touched on that briefly, but tell us more about the miniatures.
The miniatures are another project that I did because I'm interested in Iranian or Persian miniature because of the stillness, calmness, beautiful colors, and also on the way when you draw and paint with a small, teeny brush, it's just so fascinating to get into the painting and be involved so much like a meditation. So I did those, plus I wanted to bring those treasure of the culture to existence again with combination of modern or new language of art.
The abstracts are newer for you? The abstracts?
The abstracts, yeah, they are the they were the next project I did after miniatures, but they are still related to the miniature regarding the colors I use. There are some Middle Eastern color, and also in the large abstract, I have used some details of miniatures that combine them together and make them related so much.
You are scheduled to go to Cambridge.
Cambridge, yes.
In the spring.
University, yeah, Cambridge. I have applied there 2 years ago to show my art, and I've been booked for next May to have a show.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to introduce someone else that's with you today and talk about Cambridge in the future. In Search of Unification, a recent exhibition by Mehri Dadgar at Long Beach State University. Mehri, a core of your work is based on your prison experience. Mm-hmm. And I know some of the very haunting pieces show the types of torture that the prisoners experienced. You want to tell us a little about that?
Yeah, before I talk about that, I want to mention this. I am not talking about, or I'm not showing the prison pictures because I want to, object or criticize a certain regime or specific regime who has done this. What made me to show this is a little bigger and larger picture of human being, because I was really kind of I wanted to keep it private for myself for a long time. Then I realized if I keep this as a secret, if I keep this, because the picture you talk about that we were like isolated from other people and been kept for months in silence, with blindfolded on our eyes and in a corner without any communication with anybody else. It was only a certain amount of prisoners that we went through that experience, not everybody. It was like they picked a few people and put them in that situation. I don't know how they picked us, but we were actually the most simple people. We were people who were really independent. We didn't order anything. We didn't just follow anybody else. They picked us and put us in that horrible situation that was really hard to take. And it was so much hard that some people, after a few weeks, they couldn't take it. And I'm showing this experience because I want to say that we human beings, we could be so much cruel together if we don't we don't work on ourselves. We are not aware of who we are and which direction we are going, and be aware of ourselves in general. So the reason I'm showing this is, the first thing is for myself, to be aware of myself, not to do this to any other person, and to tell anybody who look at these pictures to, hey, you are human, you may do this, be careful. And so I think power is dangerous. The reason they did it is because they had the whole power in one hand, and for keeping the power in one hand, they did anything against the human rights to keep it. Unless, otherwise they were not bad people at the beginning. They were not monster, or they were not from other planets. They were from here, from Earth, from this the same country. But they did this gradually because power takes you to the very dangerous point.
Are things better in Iran than they were 20 years ago?
I have heard a lot of news about what's going on. I think the whole thing is like a game. We go back and forth in different, play in power game, which is not good for anybody.
Very affecting, and I hope our audience gets a chance to see your exhibit, and just best of luck to both of you.
Hopefully.
Wow, I told you it was being an interesting half hour. Thank you so much for watching Impulse. Keep reaching for the stars.